Welcome back to ABMP's Meditate and Move. I am Ann Teachworth.
And I'm Lynn Teachworth.
And we are the co-founders of Trunamics, a continuing education for therapists. Today is day 5 of our Meditate and Move series for you. And so today we want to give you a tool that's really going to work on all of the levels we've been talking about: energetic, functional, and structural. So what do we have?
Well, for today, we're going to talk about the myofascial reciprocals. Now, this is something that, has been taught before. We didn't invent this. It comes from applied kinesiology, Chinese medicine, body talk. There's a lot of systems that have used it and taken it. We've tended to take it and just update it a little bit more for therapists. So this is one of the best tools that you could use for self-care. Now, there's 32 of these reciprocal joints in the body. They're across the body and also in the midline. But we're going to give you 6 of them today that are really, really powerful that you can use. And we've kind of given you these 6 because we want to kind of work with that concept of getting our body more neutral and out of flexion today. And the thing that's really, really cool about balancing these reciprocals is they're going to balance all of your acupuncture meridians. So if you guys know how to do pulse diagnosis and things like that, you're going to notice that there's a big shift in that. And also the Wei Qi of the body, your extrinsic Wei Qi, your protective energetic system is going to be balanced, and that's the fastest mode of communication in the body. So all the communication network in your body is going to be upgraded quite a bit. It's also going to give your proprioceptors a lot of input into how they are and how the relationships of the body are. So you'll notice that your structure will change a little bit and your posture will be easier to hold. And it's also going to turn on all of the functional planes of motion, so your body has more flexibility. So this is a really, really fun thing that we can do to balance our body on all 3 levels, really the physical level, the functional, the informational or energetic level, and also the body-centered psychology areas, because each part of the body represents something in the mind or in psychology. So as we balance these, it's really quite profound. In fact, a lot of people have talked about how they just feel super relaxed, and people use them before athletic events and just to help use them with their clients, because it's a very, very easy way to use on yourself for self-care and to use on your clients to get a huge change in their structure and their function. It saves us all a lot of work.
Yeah.
Cool? All right, so let's do our very first one. And the way that we're going to activate these reciprocal areas is we're going to rub them at the same time, and we're going to take 4 really deep breaths in and out through our nose only. And that's really going to help to turn on these areas. So as we hold the areas, I want you to breathe in and notice the connection and create a connection, just like you're saying, hey, areas, as I breathe in there and rub it, brain, I want you to go in and synchronize these 2 areas. I want you to balance them. I want you to harmonize and optimize them the best you can and really turn on their communication and get rid of any patterns that are really blocking that from being optimized, okay? So I want you guys to notice first, just so you can see how powerful this is, I want you to just get your feet a little bit apart and stick your arms out and just rotate all the way to the right and see how far you can go, okay? And then I want you to take your right hand and I want you to put it right in front of your hip joint, which is right down here, and your left hand on the front of your right shoulder. And I want you to just start rubbing these areas. So your anterior hip and your anterior shoulder, just rub them. And now take 4 nice deep breaths in and out through your nose, all the way in and all the way out. And what you're thinking as you're doing this is like, okay, body, I want you to optimize these 2 areas, the relationship. You're synchronizing them, balancing, getting them to communicate, just kind of resetting those fuses in the body. All right, that is enough, okay? Now stand there. I want you to take your arm again and go into rotation and see how much further you can go. I got quite a bit. Now try and go to the left. It's like, not quite as much. So why don't we go ahead and do that one? Take your right hand right on the front of your hip and your left shoulder and just start rubbing. You're breathing that balance in between the 2, resetting the fuses. We're balancing all of the core foundations of life and stability, sensuality, sexuality, with the whole heart protection, burdens, responsibilities, all of those things that play off of each other that need to be balanced so we can be healthy mentally. One more deep breath in and out through the nose. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and reach around, see how that moves. Oh, that's nice. Now just notice just from that how easy it is to move your shoulders around. That's pretty awesome, right? All right, so let's do the next one. In fact, this is probably the most powerful out of all of them. So we're going to do it. I want you to take your right hand, put it on your left knee, and your left hand and put it on your right elbow. And just rub. Breathe in and out through your nose. You're balancing all your stomach, spleen, kidney meridians, gallbladder meridians, bladder meridians, liver. All of that with your large intestine, small intestine, triple heater, heart, pericardium, lungs, all the meridians that run through there on both sides. So nice, breathe. One more deep breath in and out through your nose. Good. Now let's switch sides. Do your left hand on your right knee and your right hand on your left elbow. And just breathe and rub. Harmonizing those two, balancing them, resetting the fuses. Getting rid of any patterns in the body, physiological, emotionally, energetically, that could be keeping these areas from being optimized. All right, one more nice deep breath in. Excellent. Okay, now let's move on to some more that will really help us with flexion. Let's go ahead and take one hand on our pubic crest down here, and then your other hand on your zygoma or your cheekbones. And let's just rub those and breathe nice and deep. Just optimize those levels on every level, the physical, functional, and informational levels, energetic levels. All of it's coming into complete harmony and balance. One more deep breath, just really breathe that connection. Excellent. Now let's go on to our temporal bone. So right above your ear is the temporal bone, and then grab your left ilia on the other side. And let's breathe those. Just nice, 4 nice deep breaths. One more time, in and out. Beautiful. Now let's do the other side. So your left temporal bone right above your ear and your right ilium. Breathe that connection together. Really nice. One more deep breath. Just optimizing the relationship of these two bones on all the different levels. Great. Now let's go ahead and do 2 more really powerful ones. One is going to be your occiput and your sacrum. So just one hand on your sacrum and one in your occiput. And you're just going to rub those and balance it. I love to do these before craniosacral work because it really makes it go much easier and it really integrates it at the end after the session. Nice deep breaths in and out.
It also activates our neighbor's dog.
Yeah, the neighbor's dog really enjoys it too. Sorry about that. All right, and now let's do one more. Let's take our fingers and we're going to do our sphenoid to our coccyx. This is really powerful for your central nervous system. So take your right hand, reach down and touch your tailbone, and your left hand on your sphenoid. So since we can't really get to it, we're just going to use our temples, okay? So right in between there, that sphenoid's running right through that archway of the skull, the keystone. So let's rub those two and balance them. Nice deep breath. Just remember, all the levels of the body are being optimized, balanced. The brain's going, hey, look at the distortion here. I'm going to open this up and balance everything. One more nice deep breath. Excellent. Now let's take our left hand and put it on our navel. Just because we're doing that, the coccyx is so important. It actually has 2 reciprocals. And this is really great for your pelvic floor and your abdomen. So rub your navel and your coccyx to breathe a nice deep connection between those two. 4 super deep breaths. Just feel your body aligning and balancing everything out. All right, great. So now just notice how your body feels. And just stand there. So you really didn't do much but breathe and rub a few areas, but it's just experience the relations of your body parts right now. Some of those relationships have shifted. I know for me, my arches are a little bit down. I feel more grounded in a sense of lift. Feels
Feel
really
my
good.
shoulders, rib cage more balanced over the pelvis and feet, and head more lifted.
Yeah, I always love these because when I get done, especially when I do all 30 of them, 30 some of them, I feel like someone's holding me up. It's like effortless to stand up because my brain's like, oh, I can do this with total ease. So it's really a great, great thing, especially for athletes, right? Because you get everything balanced out and your body gets rid of all those patterns and you can really perform a lot better. It's a big part of what we're about is sports performance, and this is a great thing that I give all of my clients, that do that are people that really want to balance themselves to get healthier because it really does affect every level of the body.
So thank you guys for joining us this week for ABMP's Meditate and Move. I hope we were able to give you some tidbits. You can pull what you like and integrate that into your personal self-care and maybe even your practice. Remember, we're always working on all of these levels, the functional, the structural, and the energetic, seeing if we can bring balance and integration to the whole body, the whole being. So be well. Hopefully we will get to see you in person at some point soon. And God bless.
God bless. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.